Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. I'm discombobulated. I'm just discombobulated. So when I'm discombobulated, and also sun moves into Leo, happy birthday to the Leos, happy Leo season. When I am discombobulated, as I am, I turn to these. I turn to the circle cards, the wild unknown archetype cards. Don't know why really, but they go there. They go to that sort of liminal, weird space. I'm just checking, checking things on the computer, because when Mercury is retrograde, we check, and then we check again. Been watching the boy play tennis though, and that's been really nice. So he plays in some league matches, and I've been going along as like soccer mom on the side, and you get to go to these lovely places. So it was in a beautiful park in a very sort of English village, which you go in and it's just, you know, they've got like the pub and all the wonky cottages, and then this gorgeous, really big sort of playing fields, park, tennis courts, little cute tennis club with a wooden veranda. And I was sat there watching, and then loads of little lads were doing soccer, and then bigger lads came and did soccer. It was nice, all apart from the toilet. The toilet was not nice. The toilet, you had to go to like a wooden hut. This is the spit and sawdust if you do live in the country. And the wooden hut did have a key code, strangely, considering what it was like when you got in there. Like you would need the key to the Ark of the Covenant to get in there. But anyway, yeah, I couldn't find the light as well. We'll just gloss over that bit. But apart from that, so nice. So nice. I don't often get that kind of downtime. And I love watching tennis anyway. And I love watching the boy. And he won. So that was great. That was great. Okay. God. It's not going to be easy on us today. It's just those three, I think. So I'll put them into a little triangle. And then, oh, look at that. And that's easier than things have been. Also been driving with the boy, which has been all right, actually. It's just a difference in generation. I was saying this to my friend, the Aries, that lives at the bottom of the road. When we were young, and probably some of you as well, let me know in the comments, when we got our driving licenses, I think we were like 17 or 18, like we somehow magicked up some crap car from somewhere that, you know, I had a Mini where, I'm sure I've told you this before, where you couldn't roll the windows down because they just fell out. So, and the heater was broken on full. Can you imagine in the summer? Me and all my like friends packed into this Mini like this, and awful cars. I mean, they look cool, but they're awful. Like sweating cobs. Yeah, those were the days. But we were just like, let me out of here. You know, you never told your parents where you were going. You disappeared off in cars together with other people. Oh, let's go there. Let's camp out. Let's do this. But this generation, I don't know what the generation is called, but they're not really like that. They don't hate their parents in the same way mostly. And they're kind of like, yeah, you know, I could drive, but I'm not sure. Not sure I'm ready. Not sure I'm bothered. You think, I don't know. Let me know in the comments anyway. The minute we could get out of the door, because we lived in the country as well. And you know what it's like. If you live in the country, you want a car. Car is everything. Okay, I'm just looking up the box. There it is. So what division of cards is the box? That must be like, is it objects and things? Places. Ooh. We all live to some degree within the confines of the box. Sort of a matrix situation I'm feeling here. This archetype represents everything that is known, anticipated, and expected. It holds us in place while simultaneously holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, insidious, and everywhere, limiting us at the most unconscious levels. It's built of layer upon layer of social constructs, pressures. Breaking through its confines requires awareness, continued effort, and bravery, and power tools. The box may appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, oof, we've all been there, the pressure to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. There is a box around you now, made of some type of confining thought. What is it? The box shifts and morphs as we grow, and this is part of its multi-layered nature. Once you break through one layer, another will present itself to you. Keep going, break through. An exquisite life requires it. Oof, I like this. Okay, so moving outside the box is exhilarating and expansive but destabilizing. Others will wonder what you're doing and why. This is part of the process. Everything within the box is known. Everything outside the box is unknown. That's why it's more comfortable to stay within the walls. Choose freedom. When light, structure, order, coherence, logic. When dark, limitation, rigidity, judgment and fear. Oof, go deeper. Richard Serra, S-E-R-R-A, 1 ton prop, which is T-O-N prop, House of Cards. I have no idea what that is. Let me know in the comments. Then we have the one, which for me, I'm not taking that as, you know, when people say, were they the one? Are they the one? This kind of whole the one thing. I've never particularly bought into just the one in romantic relationships. There's like maybe the best one, but there can be lots of ones at different stages or times, I think. But I think with the one, what we're talking about here is coming into alignment. Coming into alignment with your out of the box purpose, desire, not tendencies, like inclinations towards. And then we have the mentor, which kind of strictly speaking is quite a lot of Hierophant type energy. I like that we've got the owl. I mean, I love an owl anyway, as you know. Love me a bit of owl. And let me show you the cards as well. They work quite well. They will. This is good. This is quite clear. I feel like in terms of mentor, it's finding your person, your thing, the right book. It's can be somebody who you've already met and who mentored you at a different time in your life. Like I had a mentor when I was like between about 9 and 12. So there are things from that time, many things from that time. In fact, most of the things I do stem from that time. I know, weird. It was like a guru, though, mentor that I had. And it could be anyone. You know, it doesn't have to be someone sort of highfalutin university, whatever. It can be the woman who lived next door, you know, whatever. But that person had a profound effect. Or even that television program had a profound effect, or that book, or whatever it was, which is coming into play as we're in the Mercury retrograde. You know, it does also have good things happen, which is that things like that do come back and you're like, wow, I know why I thought that now, or I know why they said that now, or I get now. Some things that I was told during that time and during the time I was at university, they didn't really hit the ground running for me until 20 years later or something. And you think, oh, that's why. That's it. Life is an eternal conundrum for those who want to know. And I suppose Socrates said, is it the unexamined life is not worth living? What do you think about that? I think some people who lead unexamined lives look like they're having a great time, but I don't know. I guess I don't have a choice. I examine everything. I like that. But let me know your thoughts. But this, I feel, this little triumvirate here, this little, I don't know, it's not really a triangle. Well, maths face anyway. These three cards, they seem like a little cluster of getting outside the box, coming into alignment and being assisted by someone else of yore or of right now. Let me know in the comments and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.